Hello world. Yeah, today we have been doing this 7th generation Honda Accord on Stock ECU, the Kline ECU. Yeah, but it's kind of special because the engine is the Frankenstein setup. You got a J35 short block, and it has the J30A4 heads, and it has J35A8 cams, which should be the best cams for J series from factory that we know of. But bro, to make it work with the stock ECU, I had to go through a lot of assembly codes, alteration. It had a lot of limp mode because the car itself, it has the ECU of the Japanese Honda Inspire, which is this twin of the Honda Accord. But the ECU does not have VTEC. It has the VCM. The first generation of the VCM is in this Honda Inspire. It only has like a 3-cylinder mode on the rear bench, and I have to edit the codes to make it not check for the pressure switch, for the pressure and everything. And the guy who assembled the engine, he tried his best, like to have the oil filter mount that usually the VTEC solenoid of the VTEC J series would be, yeah, it would be at the oil filter mount, or I don't know how to call it in English, so pardon me for that. But yeah, we try to use the horn, beep beep boop boop. Yeah, we direct connected. Our electrician do that, and we tested using the beep beep to engage the solenoid, and it works. The solenoid works, but no, the VTEC does not work. We don't have pressure up in the heads. So let me show you. The car looks like this. This is the engine, the Frankenstein J35 and J30 heads and J35A8 cams. So this is quite cool. We actually do a lot of K-Line reflash in Thailand. Yeah, and there are many guys who do it, and they are all very good about it. Props to them, bro. Flashing Kline ECUs is like you're dealing with something that is kind of risky, if you ask me, because anything fails when you're flashing, then the ECU is soft bricked. You have to do a recovery by doing a lot of soldering, like almost J-Tech. You may use the Piercini or K-Tech from Alien Tech to do the recovery up to which ECU you're using. So if it's CAN bus like an 8th generation Accord or the 8th generation Honda Civic, you would be fine if it fails when you're flashing. You would only have to flash again because ECU would go into the recovery mode. But for Kline ECUs, the flash time is very slow, from under 2 minutes in CAN bus. It could be 8 to 15 minutes in K-Line, and there's a lot of room for things to go wrong. That when you're flashing K-Line, someone opens the door, the voltage spikes, yeah, you can have a bricked ECU just because of that. So you gotta be very careful. Have a battery tender on if possible. Don't flash with weak battery even if you have a battery tender on. It's not worth it. And you have to be very careful with the editing, because if you have the wrong codes, even if it's CAN bus, yeah, guarantee bricked. And we have to deal with the data locking too, because the data locking in the Kline ECUs is very slow. Kline protocol is very gnarly slow. We get like a sometimes we get like a 1 frame per second because we are requesting a lot of data in the official Honda software, which I'm using for it, because I don't have any software that would log the extended PID for data logging for K-Line ECUs. If it's CAN bus, I can use like a Honda tuning suite CAN bus made by Devin, my beloved friend. Yeah, that thing can log CAN bus very good and can export log files in the CSV format that we can use and almost anything to view. But in K-Line, if you want the extended data logging, no, you have to use Honda HDS, which is the official software from Honda. And yeah, I always have to do that recently, and you have to use the snapshot features, which has the limited recording time. So yeah, but at least it lets us look at a lot of parameters. So today I'm just gonna talk about it, and I will come back with the update. So now we don't have the working VTEC, but bro, it's challenging and it's very rewarding. We had the P0523 for the oil pressure sensor error, but we are not sure if it's the error of the sensor itself, because at the oil filter location at the VTEC solenoid, we don't have like enough pressure at that. We have enough oil pressure in the system, but not at the solenoid location. I'm not sure if because the block does not have the oil line to supply enough oil to the solenoid chamber, because when you try to blow the air to the solenoid chamber up to the heads, we have a very good airflow. But no, we don't have VTEC working, even though we heard the solenoid engaging. No, we don't have that. Yeah, the guy is gonna fix it. He's a very good Honda builder, so I trust him on that. And we will try to use the external controller, because the Stock ECU is the VCM. I still don't fully understand the assembly codes of the working logic of the VCM. There are like thousands of lines that responsible for the VCM alone. If you can skip all the logic and skip all the error check and just leave the RPM to engage the pressure solenoid alone, that would usually be responsible for the VCM engagement, and we use it for the VTEC, and just maybe leave only the RPM and skip everything else, then we would be able to control the VTEC from the VCM ECU, which is highly challenging. And it would not make sense to people in North America, because you have tons of J-series engines out there, but in Thailand it's very hard to find anything with J-series. We have like maybe 3 to 4 cars from long ago that have J-series from the Honda official. Maybe I'm wrong about that, maybe only 2. The 7th gen Accord and 8th gen Accord, and the 8th generation Accord, it cost us like I think maybe 90k USD. Bro, it's fucked. So it's very rare for Thai people to have a J-series in their car. Usually it's done by engine swap, and so just because we don't have the J-series being sold as in the official cars, so we don't really have the local engines to play with. We have to import them from Japan, maybe from somewhere else occasionally, but yeah, it's not a thing that we have the access to. Let me show you the log from today. I'm not sure if it's gonna focus for you. This is the snapshot from the official software. Look at this. This is the oil pressure sensor. It's usually up in the head, but the guy connected it to the oil filter location instead, because in the VTEC engine it's down below. Only one solenoid to control the oil path to both heads. So it's using only one solenoid to engage VTEC, but that's to be disregarded. Only the oil pressure that we care about. This is the at 1000 RPM, you see? We still only have like 35 kilopascal of pressure. And then when we go up in high RPM at 5K, you see we still only have 50 kilopascal at the solenoid location because the sensor is there. So yeah, this is the evidence that for sure that we don't have enough oil pressure at the solenoid location. Yeah. So now we are with our VTEC, but we have a well working engine for sure, and everything runs fine. Just we only have one thing to chase is the get the oil pressure in the VTEC chamber, and let's hope it's the only thing left. And the this is the text log for the software that I used to do the flashing. Let me find it for a bit. See, up top we had this 2 DTC related to oil pressure and stuff, and then after I flashed and patched the first file of today, see, no more DTCs. But then after we ran the dyno run, we got another DTC P1252. So I cut off the assembly codes 2 lines to make it not throw the error status into the system, so it would not detect the error caused by the lags of the stuff that would be in the original inspired J30 JDM engine that doesn't have VTEC. And then yeah, after we flashed again, we have 0 DTC again, and this is the run with the 0 DTCs. We have a fully working engine, no fault, but no working VTEC. So I extrapolated the fuel up the high RPM, but it's pretty rich because yeah, VTEC no working. You see the lambda is like a 7.1 at the high RPM, but up to around 5,000 the lambda is good. Yeah, it should be the VTEC engagement point. I extrapolated from there. Yeah, but as it goes up, the fuel is rich as hell. So only thing left is the VTEC. It has to work, and then we are good. We should be good to go to have fun with the car. Stay tuned. A lot of blabs today. Sorry for that, bro. There's a lot to vent to the people after I've been hunting for so long. Yeah, I will try to make videos for the builds we do. I don't know what to talk. Yeah, I'll just see you in the next video. Yeah, good luck and thanks for watching. See you next time.